pets, there's going to be some pets that are general and just help everybody, and then there's other pets that help with combat. So your general pets, there's the hyena, who helps with construction, the wolf, who increases the amount of stamina that you get. So the hyena is really good when you are building up your city. So you want to max him out, because at max you get 15% increase in construction speed, and the cooldown is 23 hours. For chief stamina, this is going to help you with beast hunting day or polar terror day. Polar terrors, if you are somebody who really enjoys hunting polar terrors all night long, then chief stamina is a really good one to max out. The ox, everybody needs this one, because this will instantly go gather and bring it back. So these three, I recommend that everybody max out as quickly as possible. And the last one I say to max out as quickly as possible is the taper, because the taper brings food, and food is going to help you with all of your pets. So the more food you get, the more it's going to help build up all of your pets. And then this one isn't as important, but if you're free to play, I would also prioritize the elk, because the elk will, the cooldown for me is right now 1 day and 7 hours, because I only have it at level 6. But you can increase the cooldown to 23, or decrease the cooldown to 23 hours. And that will get you more, it could be charm designs or charm plans or fire crystals. But it's those items that can be kind of hard to come by. And so getting some free every single day would really benefit a free-to-play player. The rest of the pets are really geared towards battle. Now, I'm going to highlight the ones that really help with bear first, because again, when you're starting out, especially if you're free to play, you want to prioritize things that are going to give you the best bang for your buck, and are going to help you build up and get stronger. So the first one is the snow leopard. It increases your march speed, and it reduces enemy troops' lethality. The bear does not fight back, so we don't care about that for the bear, but we do want our march speeds to be fast, especially if you are not right beside the trap. If you are in like the 3rd ring, or God forbid the 4th ring, then you want to be marching as fast as you can. And one of the things about the skins, this march skins, how it increases hunting march speed, not necessarily battle march speed or bear march speed. So you want something that's going to increase your march speed for the bear. And so having a fast march speed is really good to have. Now, if you are in the 1st ring or the 2nd ring and you don't have any trouble getting your 5 rallies in, then you might not want to prioritize this. The next one is the lion, and I would say that this would be there's 3 that I would say you really should prioritize. And this one is one of the ones that I would prioritize for bear. And it increases troops attack by 8%. So as you get higher, it goes all the way up to 10%. So when you hit level 10, or it's also at level 100 if you're looking at the lion page itself, it increases it by 10%. And that'll really increase your overall bear scores. The next one is the snow ape. That one is going to increase your squad's capacity. The more troops you have hitting the bear, the higher your score. It's the more damage you're going to do. So you want to increase your squad capacity as much as you can. specifically for bear. This does also cross over into any battle. You have more people, you're more likely to win. And then the next one is the rhino. You want to increase your rally capacity, because again, and it's kind of the same as for the snow ape, the more people you have attacking with you, the more damage you're going to do. So if your rally is only 1 million, you're not going to do as much damage as somebody whose rally is 1.5 million, assuming both rallies are max capacity. So we want to increase our rally capacity as much as possible for the bear. And then if you're a rally lead in things like Foundry or Castle Battle, then you will also want to have a higher rally capacity for those events as well. The next thing is troops lethality. This does, I hope it gives a boost, but we're not actually killing the bear. We're doing damage, we're not actually killing him. So this doesn't have as big of an effect as if the attack is going to have. So I would prioritize attack over lethality, because the bear never actually dies. The next two are new pets to me. We just got them this week. And these are both defense pets. These are not for bear. You would not use these for bear. So we have the mammoth that increases troops defense. And then we have the gorilla that increases troops health. Again, the bear is not attacking us back, so we don't care about that. The other thing that many believe doesn't really help with the bear is reducing enemy health, because again, we're not killing the bear. We're damaging the bear, but we're not actually killing the bear. So it doesn't necessarily boost our scores to use the Titan Rock. But these are good for places like Foundry, Frostfire Mine, those kinds of places. You don't want to just focus on increasing the levels. So let me find somebody. So you don't want to just focus on increasing their levels here. You also want to look at refining their levels here. When you refine their levels, your level of attack increases. So here, as we go, you'll see this number, and I'm going to go ahead and refine. The other thing I always say is never refine manually, always auto refine. I'm only going to set it at 10. And you see it was at 1.8 something, and now we're at 1.9, and the total power is going up. Now, there's a lot of red numbers, and that would be taking it down. But when you use auto refine, the original item is only replaced, so the power level is only replaced if it's increased, not when it's decreased. Now, if I manually refined it, I would run the risk of getting a lower number, and it would take that lower number because I manually did it, and it assumes I want whatever happens next. The other thing I would do is I would use the common wild marks before I used any of the advanced wild marks. So get them as high as you can with the common wild marks before you switch over and use the advanced wild marks. Next, I suggest that you get everybody to the same color. So as we click through here, you'll see most of mine are at blue. The mammoth, of course, is lower because I just got it. The ones that are green would be my priority to upgrade. Now, you can only upgrade based on how high the level is. So you'll see here the gorilla is only at a level 11. So if we come over here and we look at the top right, we will see that level 11, I can only refine him to common. So I'm not going to worry about refining the gorilla until I have him a higher level and I can refine him to a higher quality. Some people go ahead and max them out. I just choose not to. I prefer to go as high as I can. But if we look at the mammoth, because I already have the mammoth at, and I don't know why I feel like she's a she, but I already have the mammoth to level 37. So if we look here, level 30 is I can go as high as rare. So if I refine the mammoth right now, I could get the mammoth up to blue. So, and that's my goal, is to get everybody to blue. So the first thing I'm probably going to do when SVS hits is there's a couple that are really close to being maxed out on here, so I might I might go ahead and max those guys out. The other thing I'm going to do is take all of these people who are at green and try to get them to blue, and then I will focus on the mammoth and the gorilla. If you come back to this page, you can see that whenever you refine your infantry lethality, your infantry health, your lancer lethality, your lancer health, and your marksman lethality and your marksman health all get a boost. So as you refine them, you are getting more powerful and stronger and harder to beat. And so that's why refining is so important. And then boosting their level is important because it increases your overall troops attack and your troops defense. So your troops attack and troops defense are reflected here based on their level, and the health and lethality are improved here based on their refinement. So both are very important. So I wouldn't neglect one and focus on the other. I would try to do both as you go forward. Last hint I'm going to give is, if you're free to play, I strongly encourage you to periodically come and buy some common wild marks from the store, from the shop, because as you build up your common wild marks, they will help you become stronger. I also suggest that you buy stamina so that you can easily, that's kind of an easy way. Using gems, you can buy stamina and common wild marks, and those will both help you get more points during SVS, during Beast Day, and then when you are able to refine animals, or pets. So there's a lot of ways you can spend your gems. You can spend it for additional arena battles. You can spend them for additional classroom treks, right? To get the academy, to get experts. But I think I would focus here, using my gems here, because as an SVS, as a free-to-play player, getting those points in SVS is important. So that's my opinion. That's not, take that as you will. So that's my quick and dirty version. The only other thing I'm going to say is always make sure that you send your pets out every single day, all 4 times, and that you claim all of your shares of the pet loot. I've already claimed mine today, so I can't claim anymore, because that will also help you build up your pets. Let me know if you have any questions.